facing our world. I will also speak to you about the need for remedying the present situation, prospects for a brighter and more hopeful future, and about the appearance of the sublime and beauty, compassion and generosity, justice and blossoming of all the God-given human talents, and the prominence of faith in God and realization of the promise of God. I will then submit to your judgment the nuclear issue of Iran as a reality and testing ground for the measurement of honesty, efficacy, steadfastness, and accomplishment. In the closing part of my statement, I will offer my proposals. Dear friends and colleagues, as you are all aware, mankind is currently facing important, numerous, and diverse challenges, and I will refer to some of them. 1. Organized attempts to destroy the institution of family and to weaken the status of women. Family is the most sacred and valuable human institution that serves as the center of the purest mutual love and affection amongst mothers, fathers, and children, and as a safe environment for the nurturing of human generations, and a fertile ground for the blossoming of talents and compassion. This institution has always been respected by all peoples, religions, and cultures. Today, we are witnessing an organized invasion by the enemies of humanity and plunderers to destroy this noble institution that is targeted by promoting lewdness, violence, and by breaking the boundaries of chastity and decency. The precious existence of women as the manifestation of divine beauty and as the peak of kindness, affection, and purity has been the target of heavy exploitation in recent decades by the holders of power and the owners of media and wealth. In some societies, this beloved human has been reduced to a mere instrument of publicity, and all the boundaries and protective shields of chastity, purity, and beauty have been trampled. This is a colossal betrayal of human society. The occupiers are protected and praised, while the innocent Palestinians are subjected to political, military, and propaganda onslaughts. The people of Palestine are deprived of water, electricity, and medicine for the sin of asking for freedom. And the government that was freely elected by the people is targeted. Terrorists are being organized to attack the lives and property of the people with the blessings of the politicians and military officials of the big powers. The brutal Zionists carry out targeted assassinations of Palestinians in their homes and cities, and terrorists are decorated with medals of peace and receive support from the big powers. On the other hand, they gather a number of Jews from different parts of the world through false propaganda and with the promise of providing them with welfare, jobs, and food, and settle them in the occupied territories, exposing them to the harshest restrictions, psychological pressures, and constant threats. They prevent these people from returning to their homelands, and by coercion and propaganda, induce them to malevolence toward the indigenous Palestinian people and the existence of weapons of mass destruction. The Iraqi dictator, who had been supported by the same occupiers, was disposed of, and no weapons of mass destruction were discovered. But the occupation continues under different excuses. No day passes without people being killed, wounded, or displaced. And the occupiers not only refuse to be accountable and ashamed of their adventure, but speak in a report of a new market for their armaments as a result of their military adventure. They even opposed the Constitution, the National Assembly, and the government established by the vote of the people, while they do not even have the courage to declare their defeat and exit Iraq.